This channel is for immature audiences only. It is not for children, only for childish adults. We might play some video games that kids also like, but we say words like fuck and shit with alarming frequency and make crude, inappropriate, and morbid jokes all the damn time. Level 0 NPCs assumes no responsibility if your idiot spawn watches this and gets traumatized.
Welcome back, Julia.
Hey.
What you munching on today?
I finished off I had a foot long, but it was cut in half, and so I finished off one of the halves because I had most of one of the halves for lunch. And I have to say, I think it's so funny, but also makes so much sense that they're really trying to expand their offerings at Subway, but everything is like foot long. So they have like foot long pretzels and foot long like gingerbread cookies and like everything's like. I don't know if they have churros, but everything is in that same form factor of like the tube shape of a sub sandwich.
They have foot-long gingerbread cookies?
Right. Well, I don't know if they're foot-long, but they're like, I forget. Hold on.
They have foot-long chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, all that stuff, you know? It's like everything.
Yeah,
Subway does?
Subway's leaning into the foot-long, like, everything thing now, yeah.
It's great.
How long has it been since I've been to Subway?
I had Subway like last week.
Yeah. Foot-long gingerbread cookies. Yeah.
I was going to make a joke about how the second half of the footlong was concealed in Julia's trunk. But I was distracted by the revelation that they now sell footlong cookies. That's batshit insane.
Yeah, the Subway's closest restaurant to where I work, so it's often lunch for me. Yeah, they got pretzels, footlong churros. It's fucking wild.
Just repeating everything Julia said. Yep.
It's amazing. No, I'm glad you're confirming everything I just said.
Perfectly in tune.
Yeah. I can confirm.
While it's not the most
It's
exciting
wonderful.
place, it caters to a lot of different dietary needs, does Subway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I like me some Subway. Quick, everybody, what's your favorite Subway sandwich?
Oh.
Okay. It's the brisket, but you have to take out a second mortgage on your house if you want it, because it's like, if you want a foot-long brisket, it's gonna run you like $30. Like it's
What?
Yeah.
How much extra shit are you adding to your brisket that it cost you $30?
It's just it's a foot-long brisket. It's not like I'm getting anything else. It's their how come the menu's not fucking working on this site?
Yeah, I'm busting open the food delivery app here to check my Subway.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a meatball sub, I suppose.
Yeah, I was gonna say meatball sub, but I'm always too chicken to get it because I'm like, will there be? Can I even put anything else in there, or can it just only be meatballs?
Meatball subs.
The world's your oyster.
You can do anything. What they actually have a meatballer now, which comes with
Amazing.
fresh.
That's exactly what came up to the top of my screen when I was.
What's a meatballer?
It's got fresh mozzarella on top of your meatballs, and pepperoni.
Heck, yes, please. Yeah, I should have gotten it today. Because I just.
But I gotta warn you, their new meatballs taste a little bit like cat food.
Oh no! I missed my opportunity. It's too late.
Get ready to hit the court with Meatballer. The same meatballs that you know and love now come with pepperoni and a cozy blanket of mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. A slam dunk for your taste buds.
That does sound phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a Cuban crunch.
I've been going there. My usual, if I'm trying to like not eat their bread, is I'll get a steak wrap with double meat, cheese, guacamole, spinach, onion, tomato, lettuce, pickles with crispy onion. They have the crispy onions now. Phenomenal.
Added that to their repertoire. Yeah.
And
They really are.
the chipotle sauce and the peppercorn ranch, salt and pepper on the grill.
Wow. Wow.
That's my full order. That's the one I get most of the time.
I don't like making all the decisions and having to do the back and forth with the sandwich artists. I like to try to just order like the not the pre-made ones, the ones that have the preset already toppings and everything, but they still ask you, which kind of bothers me because I'll be like, oh, I want, what did I get today? I got like the Stampede brisket or something today.
That's my favorite.
It was pretty good, and then they're still asking me like what toppings you want. I'm like, it's over on the thing. Like I ordered this so that I wouldn't have to, make any decisions. I just put on there what you usually put on there.
Yeah, because you can just say just whatever is usually on there, and they have a little menu there.
Yeah.
They have to look though. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's all that I want. I don't want to make any more decisions. That's why those are so perfect.
Ready for a brisket worthy of any rodeo? The Stampede brisket starts with delicious beef brisket tossed in barbecue sauce, adds green peppers, red onions, and a double helping of Canadian cheddar cheese, then finishes off with a crunch from our crispy onions and a drizzle of our smoky honey mustard and sweet and smoky barbecue sauce. Yeehaw! 1,500 calories.
I would actually recommend not getting the extra barbecue sauce because it literally is soaking in it. You don't need the extras, but getting the honey mustard is pretty good, pretty great on it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Honey mustard's pretty good. It got it toasted. It was nice. But yeah, there's a whole like the rest of that, the other 6 inches of that are still like in the fridge.
I agree with you about the sort of build your own sandwich, build your own salad stuff. I don't want to go to a place and have to tell them how a sandwich is made. Like I want to go to a place and I want a sandwich with whatever it comes with, right? Like you tell me what's on your sandwich and I'll decide if I like it.
Well, I think I think there was enough people who said that's why they have this Subway series menu now. So you can just go in and go, just whatever is on it, I'll have it. Yeah, no problem.
But as Julia says, they'll still ask what you want.
Oh, they will. Yeah. These are people that have been yelled at way too many times.
Yes. No, it's true.
Oh, I don't blame them. I blame the scheme of the whole restaurant.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't
What's
know.
y'all's favorite? So Alex and I are meatball. What's yours, Luke?
Yeah, what's your go-to?
The turkey breast sandwich with added bacon, mayo and honey mustard, pepper, lettuce, and pickles.
Solid.
Pepper.
That is such a like. Okay, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. That's such a basic bitch order. I really appreciate it.
I revel in my basic bitchery.
I like it. Yeah.
No, that'll cure what ails you. I approve.
Basicest of bitches.
It's very daring.
I'm not trying to fight any battles here.
It's literally the first sub on their menu.
Yeah,
It's their turkey breast. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
What kind of bread are you putting that on?
It's a fantastic on classic Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Toasted. Usually. Yep.
You gotta.
I'm strict about sandwiches in that once the sandwich is closed, I don't open it again. So like a lot of people will go to a place and order a sandwich and decide it has too much cilantro and pick some cilantro off. No, I don't do that. That's how much cilantro that sandwich has.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
That's one thing that I appreciate about Subway is like if you don't want them to put cilantro on it, you tell them don't put any cilantro on that, or more appropriately, you don't tell them to put it on there, which is what I like about how they ask you what you want on your sandwich.
That's true.
They don't ask what do you not want on your sandwich?
What do you not want on your sandwich? Can you give me a list? I have had almost everything at Subway because it's so close. So I'm a secret Subway expert. I even have the
What's your least favorite?
I have the points card. My least favorite.
Nice.
Honestly, the thing I got most recently that I was not a fan of was the what was it called? They I think they took it off the menu.
Oh.
Must not have been popular.
Yeah, it was a one of the new Subway series ones, and I had it, and I'm like, this ain't it. It had like green garden shit on it. I don't know.
Green
I don't even
garden
remember.
Oh.
They do have
It might have been called Green Goddess or something.
the Green Goddess. Was not a fan. But actually, what's funny is that green garden sauce that they have, that's pretty good. It just, I don't know. The whole thing wasn't a hit for me.
The sandwich that goes with it was not great.
Not great. Not great.
It's understandable. If I wanna like change it up, I'll go for a steak and cheese with jalapenos, bell pepper, or like jalapenos, banana peppers, not bell peppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pickles and the smoky teriyaki sweet onion sauce.
Oh, going back to the teriyaki, I haven't had that in years because it used to be my go-to order, and then I just like moved on. But now maybe I should go back to it. Maybe I should try it.
It's good stuff.
I used to also
Probably not great for keto, but I bet it does taste good.
No, I've had a lot of their salads too, and they're pretty good. I mean, it's just they just. Put
a salad is just a sub without the bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that about Subway too. That if you're avoiding carbs, you can just get something as a salad.
You sure
When
can.
I order a sandwich at any restaurant, I will rarely make alterations to the sandwich. The exception being, I'm comfortable requesting bacon and cheese be added to almost anything.
Yeah, but because if it's got a little line, add bacon and cheese for $3.50, you're gonna do that.
I'll add it every time. Or if I'm like, I might have several burgers I prefer from McDonald's or whatever, but I'll get bacon on any one of them, no problem.
Yeah.
And occasionally I have to order things with no bun, depending on my dietary restrictions.
It's fair. Hey, welcome to the mailbag.
Welcome back to the mailbag, I said, everybody.
I moved my microphone as I said that, so there's no way to get out of that sound that it made. So that's going to be nice. It's a nice thing for you. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the mailbag.
Mailbag.
Welcome to the mailbag.
Welcome back to Mailbag with your friends Matt, Alex, Julia, and special guest star Absinthe Luke.
Oh, yeah. I'm only on my second absinthe of the night so far, and honestly, it's not affecting me that much as far as I can tell.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah. I had my
We're
second
sort of
glass,
fresh off.
I've added less sugar to the absinthe, and I'm liking it a little bit more.
Yep.
I wonder if I should try the next one mostly undiluted. I might add a little water to it, but yeah. Sugar I might not need it.
The sugar and the water, it's mostly for babies.
Yeah.
It's mostly for babies. I mean...
Well,
yeah.
I mean, like, there's very little bite to it at all, like,
Yeah.
in the way that I'm drinking it right now. And I'm sure that's, so that, fucking laborers in the 1920s could day drink this shit. But, like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not seeing the necessity so much. I'll try some straight after this, and I'll go, oh, now I see the necessity. I'm sure, but we shall find out soon enough. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the mailbag. Do we have any mail?
Well,
Oh, that's a good question.
that is the real question, isn't it? And the answer is some.
Some is better than none.
So we've got some horror month questions, but I think we should leave those until next year.
Yeah, it's not.
I was
horror
just
month
going to
anymore.
ask. I was trying to find if we had some 11-month time bomb questions we should address.
Do you know what it also is this week between this episode and the next episode that we record?
Oh, I sure do, Luke.
I
But
know you do.
Let's see if anyone else knows.
Alex?
I was reading a question on Horror Month, and I did not hear the question I was being asked because I have only the one language channel to my brain.
Apparently some special date or something is coming up, but I don't know what it is. Is it the anniversary of the 9? The 9?
It is.
Indeed. It is
9
imminently.
years.
Level 0 NPCs will have been on the air for 9 years.
That's incredible.
Our channel's old enough. It's a full-on iPad kid. It's crazy.
That's
Indeed.
fantastic. Congratulations, folks.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've only known Matt like a year or two more than that.
It's
So
true.
have I, to
It's
be
true.
fair.
That's true. That's fair. And blessed was your life once you did. You know.
Yeah, I'd say so.
How are you going to celebrate? How are we going to celebrate?
By playing the Crimson Diamond and drinking it.
Yeah, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna do this. You know, after a while, the anniversaries. You know, just taking another one off the calendar.
Aww.
Chicken one off the calendar.
Chicken.
Also, the next one will be 10. You know, we got to
Yeah.
conserve our energy. Can't go all out for number 9.
Yeah. You can't.
We're barreling down upon Krulsember. We've only just finished Horror Month.
Shit. Krulsember's coming. Holy shit.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
I didn't know that it was actually, but now I know.
Krulsember.
You were here when we decided on Krulsember.
I can't remember. I believe you.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna do Krulsember. Okay. We got.
Cool.
Okay. We got some Crimson queries.
We'll do a different month every year. Krulvember, Krulai,
Krulruary.
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 It's the closest we had.
No, it's good. It's good. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of them actually. So we got because we're only doing this every 4 episodes. We actually have a few.
You have a backlog.
We've got a bit of a backlog.
A backlog. Let's check it out.
A
See what we
backlog.
got.
Okay. Let's go back to all the way to episode 7.
Okay.
Davin Creed says, yes, do Krulsember. We are.
Yeah. All
It's
the way back
happening.
to episode 7.
It's
Krulsember. It will
happening.
happen.
It's happening. It's happening. Don't you worry. Let's see. Let's go to episode 8. Mailbag piss hard. Idras 1 month ago asked Quimson question.
Aww.
Some questions.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm down with that one.
No, that one's upsetting for
That
sure.
was upsetting. Could you give us an update on NPCs of the past? And where are they now? Will they return? This is a great question.
Here's a good question. It goes back quite a ways. There have been a number of NPCs over the years. And it's an excellent question for the 9th anniversary of Level 0 NPC.
It is. So
I guess we should start at the start.
start at the start with John, who nobody probably remembers. Nobody who's
Quite
still
possibly.
watching us.
He was only here in the first year.
Yeah.
And it seems unlikely that a lot of folks have gone all the way back to the beginning to watch. If you did, thank you. You know,
We
We're
appreciate
going back
it.
and checking out Broforce and Fallout and Portal, Overwatch. We played some.
We did.
Left 4 Dead.
And my favorite European truck simulator.
Euro Truck Simulator.
Euro
too.
truck simulator. Yeah, too. Love that one.
Where, you hauled some shit and then you got lost in goodness, where was it?
France?
Somewhere in France. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bunch of. It was around the time where there was like people were like running vans into people in France too. So it was like,
Oh yeah, no, it was bad. Yeah.
It was real bad timing. Anyway, those were the days.
I momentarily forgot that John was an NPC. And now our
He was one of
viewers,
the original 3.
our viewers might think, well, that's understandable. You guys didn't overlap. No. I play D&D with John every week.
Yeah.
I see that guy all the time.
I see
Definitely
John,
forgot he was on this show before.
I see John every week still. He comes, he plays D&D. The thing is that the channel started to move into the retro game, you know.
John's not really a retro guy.
And John's not a retro guy. He doesn't have that. He's not a nostalgia guy. And really, we were just like, okay, well, we could play this, but, you know, Luke and I are very much nostalgia guys. So we doubled down. And
you can tell he regrets leaving sometimes.
Oh, really?
Every now and then. He'll get wistful talking about it. And we're like, I was thinking like, you know. You chose to go.
Welcome to come and hang out again. Yeah, but
he's not in exile.
We have certainly calcified into a retro channel.
Yeah.
We're not really experimenting much anymore.
No.
You know, point and click adventure games with a retro bent seems to be kind of our bread and butter here, and I don't know that that's really John's style.
No.
But yeah, he's still around. He hangs out with Alex and Matt every weekend. I have an open invitation to join that D&D game anytime, as far as I could tell. But I rarely make it. So
yeah.
Yeah, John is no more exiled from level 0 than Luke is from D&D. It just hasn't panned out that way in a minute.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Next, I guess, chronologically would be Andrew, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And other than getting hit by a meteor multiple times,
many meteors on multiple occasions.
He's out. He was living briefly in Nova Scotia, and ironically, when he was living here, I barely saw him. And then he moved back to Alberta, and he seems to be having a much better time out there. He's got a day job, but really he's just playing gigs, doing his guitar thing with his lovely partner, Chantal, there. They have a band called Joyride, just the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they just go and they play music, and they're just living the life, living the dream out west. So, yeah. He's doing fine. He might return to the show. I think the thing with Andrew is that he thrives when there's like 2 or fewer cooks in the kitchen, because he fills those empty spaces. And I feel like I think he's fine not being part of it right now. It's just the thing, but he might come back. He
was more comfortable when there were just 3 of us.
Yeah. I think he was like, because he would take some time to form what he was gonna say, and then it would hit. He would do this dry thing where he would just, and it was great. It was great having him here when he was here for years.
Yeah, absolutely. I miss hanging out with Andrew. He's as with basically every single person. None of it. We've never had a falling out with anybody.
No.
Most folks have just moved on to do something else, right? The closest to any kind of a falling out was John just saying, "I don't like the games we play on our show, so I'm not going. So I'm going to move on." Right?
Yeah.
And all that is sensible if he wasn't enjoying even Fallout, the original Fallout, to be fair, was just too retro for him. So, playing Crimson Diamond and fucking like the original Sierra point and clicks and stuff like that just weren't his jam. But they were Andrew's, but he's also a busy dude. So,
what are some classic Andrew series when he was here?
He joined us for King's Quest 3.
Yeah.
That was when he first joined the NPCs, and stuck with us through the entirety of King's Quest. A fair amount of Quest for Glory.
He was there for Police Quest, wasn't he? Like all of it.
Yeah, all of Police Quest, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Police Quest was between King's Quest
and
Quest
all of Space Quest.
Codename Iceman.
Yeah.
Huge contributions to Codename Iceman because there was a lot of downtime and he brought his guitar to the show. So we had some musical accompaniment. It was fantastic.
A
Some of my
Horse with No
favorite
Code
episodes.
Name is the best episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Police Quest and Space Quest are phenomenal series.
Yeah, we really like our police. Like we've done a lot of great stuff in this channel, and we've done a lot of mid stuff on this channel. But like, I gotta say, our Police Quest, like 2, is it's primo. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
and like Blue Force. Blue Force.
they were all
really good.
solid, but
Yeah. And so those are the ones we he's around. I mean, obviously he's my brother, so I still talk to him. But he's living the life. Yeah.
Yep.
And I guess like we had some temporary NPCs when we were playing Friday the 13th.
Yeah. John rejoined us for some Friday the 13th once or twice, if
Yeah.
memory serves.
Yeah.
Bud was with us a fair amount, and Aaron hung out with us quite a bit.
Pat. Yeah.
Where are these people from?
All friends.
They were all just friends. Yeah, they were all from right here. So yeah, Bud's
Aaron was another
moving
game
around.
developer guy that worked together with Matt and Alex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aaron's good people. He
Yeah.
was doing something related to neural network training last I spoke to him.
Yeah.
Gotten out of the game gig.
I think he was, well, maybe, actually. I'd have to double check that. I think he was doing something peripherally game related, but now I'm not sure.
Game adjacent.
Yeah.
Game adjacent. Yeah.
Like tool development for games, maybe.
Yeah, Pat's a very long-standing friend. Actually, I came to know Matt through Pat's brother, Greg. And Pat and Greg lived across the back fence from our house where I was born, basically. Or I wasn't born at the house, I was born at a hospital, but where my parents lived when I was born and up until about 5 years old. And until I moved away from Canada to California. So like I've known them for literally my whole life, Pat and Greg. So yeah, he's still kicking around.
He's around,
but we don't see him as often.
Nope.
Usually, like I think Greg plays with the D&D game with you guys, but
Pat does not.
Pat
no.
so much. Yeah.
And Bud's away. But he's in the military, so he's moving all over the place. I don't talk to him as much as I'd like, but that's just the way it happens. And then I guess it would be Lou.
Yep.
Right?
Our probationary NPC.
Our
Louis Roscoe, our probationary NPC. He's kicking around. He's had a bit of a rough time of it, but
yeah,
he still has an open invitation. But he's also working real hard on his own series, The War at Home, which you can find on YouTube.
Yep. If you want to check out episode 9 of The War at Home, actually features yours truly as a character in it.
Oh.
You should check it out.
Oh, hell yeah. I didn't know that.
It came out in August. It's real good.
YouTube has not been reminding me of Lou's videos recently, so I'm gonna have to go and search that out.
But Lou's sort of taken a little break too. He's had a bunch of stuff going on. I expect one day he will actually rejoin us one day, but he's also like living in New Zealand. His schedule doesn't when he
doesn't line up perfectly with ours.
No, like we record on Thursday nights, and for Lewis it's like Friday afternoons for him, right? So
yeah,
doesn't really.
How do you know him? Is it he was local here too, and then
so Lou lives in New Zealand, and he actually was a fan that reached out to us.
Oh yes, that's right.
And was like, "I love what
watcher.
you guys are doing. Like, it's amazing." And he was just joking around with us online, and he got to know me, and then I was like, "Hey, you want to come on the show?" And he's like, "Sure." So, and he stuck with
the
us.
rest was history.
Yeah, for a while.
He sat in with us through most of Quest for Glory.
Yeah. And of course, yeah, that's like when Alex joined, just like you joined before Lou, right?
No, Lou had seniority. That's why it's funny when I refer to him as the probationary NPC.
That's so funny. Yeah. So there you go.
Quite a bit of seniority. Like, he was on for a while before I joined.
That's hilarious.
At least one whole series, I think, before I joined.
So good. So good. And yeah, we'd love to have Lou back. We miss him too.
Absolutely.
And yeah, then we got Alex, of course, after that.
He's still here.
And he's still here.
Yep. Pretty sure I am.
Still hanging around.
That's him right over there. And now Julia.
Hey.
Who I think, like, chronologically, for, like, offers to join the channel, may actually outdate a number of the people we named today. Not John, certainly, but quite possibly nearly everybody else.
Maybe
Because I know we've been talking about it for like 7 or 8 years.
maybe even Andrew. Maybe.
Oh my.
No, I think Andrew was here before I started talking with Julia about joining the show, because Andrew was here from King's Quest 3, which was the fourth Sierra game we played.
That's fair.
After Gold Rush and then King's Quests 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Which were, like, short. I don't think either of those, the King's Quest 1 or 2, took more than, like, 6 episodes. Probably less.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, I actually like the combination of the four of us. I think we wander more than any other combination of NPCs in the past. But
we might be the least efficient configuration yet.
Absolutely. But I think that's good. I like it. It makes recording like a little more relaxed, and that's what I want.
Well, this is kind of, I think whether this is the most successful format for Level 0 NPCs, it's certainly the format we're most comfortable with.
Yeah.
That we enjoy the most, and is going to keep us going beyond that 10-year mark.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's there you go, Idris. That's the update on the NPCs. They're around. Some of them are even theoretically been added to the Discord, although they haven't joined. I know we got Andrew in there, and then he just hasn't been on since.
He joined the Discord. He doesn't really interact in the Discord.
Yeah. So that's okay though, eh?
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for that. Shut that down. Davin Crean was talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sticker book, because we were talking about Panini sticker books.
Panini stickers.
What happened to episode 9? Did I just fucking skip it like an asshole? God, I skipped it like an asshole. I'm sorry, everybody. I have to I added it to my saved list. Gross. I'm not adding this to my... Oh, that's because there was 0 comments on episode 9. Thanks. Thanks, everyone. Thanks.
Commentless episode.
All right.
Pour myself some straight absinthe now.
Do it now. Yeah.
We did nothing noteworthy in episode 9. That's on us.
Yeah. I would prefer to blame the PCs. Makes me feel better.
The important thing is that there's plenty of blame to go around.
As long as there's somebody is wrong, I'm fine. And that
we're just gonna scattergun the blame around everywhere.
Yeah, it's a limitless resource. It's inexhaustible.
Yeah, that's got some bite.
If only we could use it to generate electricity. The greenest energy of all, blame.
There's a lot of that going around these days.
If you could use blame to power things, like, The world would
I think every fuse would blow at once.
never be wanting for energy, that's for sure.
Trees
solved
would
it.
start to
Shut
glow.
down the fossil fuel industry in a week.
Like, cars wouldn't just run on blame. Like, normal gasoline cars would just start up and start driving.
Okay, I just want to go back. Okay, yeah. We got a question from Nat. We're all. Are you guys ready?
Hello.
Crimson
Yep.
Queries. Adventure games are a delight for the eyes and ears, but seldom the nostrils. Of the games you've covered on this channel, which one would smell the best? Besides Police Quest 2, which one smells the worst?
I imagine a lot of the smells in Quest for Glory would be quite appalling.
I
Yeah.
think
Like,
there's
it's
a mix of good smells and horrifying smells in Quest for Glory, yeah.
Yeah.
We
definitely,
visit a
like-
lot of, like, dens of scum and villainy. And, like,
There
you know...
were corners of Shapir where, like, the whole place was, like, food bazaar and stuff like that, where it's, like, cooked meats and breads and stuff like that. I bet that smells fantastic.
I'm sort of thinking just like a fantasy sort of medieval society where people are just kind of like pissing in the street and kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I imagine kind of a medieval smell to the whole thing. But you're right, probably like visiting like markets and like eating establishments and stuff like that. Would probably be like the smell of good cooking.
And Shapir is at least like 70% cat people who are very clean, I would imagine. So.
They go out into the desert and have dry little cat turds.
Yeah, the giant litter box. Yeah.
But I don't... which one would smell the best?
Of the Sierra games that we've played so far.
Mixed up Mother Goose.
Probably. That's a very safe and probably correct answer, honestly.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because there's a lot of food and yeah, there's not a lot of offensive things in that. Mostly smell like grass. But honestly, I bet the Crimson Diamond so far smells pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoked meat and evergreen trees.
Yeah, and like dinner and whiskey and like
a hotel that is maybe like disused recently. But,
but like that
well
old
maintained.
that old hotel smell. Oh, that
yeah.
Aw, thanks.
I
Dave.
think it would smell terrific. There's places.
Yeah, and I bet it smells a lot nicer than like the manor in Colonel's Bequest.
Yeah,
Colonel's
too much
Bequest is in a swamp.
Too much swamp.
Yeah.
Too much swamp. And like
Police Quest was disqualified for being smelliest, right? In the
Yes.
parameters of the
No,
question.
no
Police Quest
police.
too, yeah, because you spend time in a sewer where you can
Yeah.
literally die from walking around for too long from stank gases. So
Also, just cities stink. Cities are smelly places.
this is true. This is true. I can't imagine Lytton smells fantastic. I've spent some time in some Californian metropolises, and they're not.
Where's the absinthe?
They're not extremely well known for for smelling great everywhere.
Well, that's why I was thinking probably Leisure Suit Larry probably doesn't smell that good either because it's set of
dorms.
Depending.
Dorms and cities and plastic and
Well, I mean, Leisure Suit Larry 1, certainly not. It's Las Vegas. Leisure Suit Larry 2 is largely on an island.
which yeah,
if
that's
memory
probably not too
serves.
bad.
This is probably quite nice. Yeah. Bit of a tropical island. But yeah, Leisure Suit Larry 3, back into a city. Leisure Suit Larry 4 doesn't exist. Leisure Suit Larry 5, once again, mostly cities. Some islandy stuff, but yeah. It's mostly city well, Leisure Suit Larry 7 probably has some decent smells for the most part because it's a cruise ship. There's probably some nasty smells there too.
What about Space Quest? I wouldn't imagine Space Quest smells like anything, like maybe ozone.
Space, I hear, smells fairly astringent and maybe a little bit like...
But we spend so little time in actual space. I think like
A lot of
maybe
planet
space
side
station.
stuff with weird alien smells, I'd imagine.
there's a lot
I
of
bet-
gross stuff in Space Quest.
I bet Space Quest smells awful,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Like recirculated air, and we're a janitor.
Yeah,
and
that's just it.
That's true.
Yeah, he's a fucking
Oh,
janitor
shit.
on top of it.
I just realized Leisure Suit Larry 7 is the one game where you actually can know exactly how it smells because it came with the scratch and sniff sheet.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
The Cyber Sniff 3000, I believe it was called.
That's crazy.
So,
Yeah.
and of course there were some awful smells in there, so,
Awful smells. Even Dagger of Amon-Ra, like, there's just parts of that museum that would smell terrible, like the formaldehyde
Yeah.
lab.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So on the whole, all things considered, probably Crimson Diamond.
I would say, yeah, because I don't want to, like, yeah, I think it would smell better than Mixed Up Mother Goose, honestly.
Yeah, none of the places I've seen in Crimson Diamond have I thought this place probably stinks.
Like even like, you know, the stuff on the train and even in the car where she says, "Oh, it gets like, you know, the car is loud and a little smoky." Still, don't care. I think it still would smell better across the board.
Yeah, the gasoline smell from an old car could get a little bit unpleasant.
Don't care. I'd sit through that. That sounds great. None of the King's quests. There's some gross stuff in the King's quests. I don't know.
I'm trying to think
Like
if
that
there's any
leprechaun
of
cavern.
the King's quests, that like would have smelled like almost exclusively nice, and I'm drawing a blank.
Like maybe like even
Honestly.
Perils of Rosella, you know.
Yeah.
No. No.
I imagine that Ooga Booga didn't smell there very nice in King's Quest 7.
No.
King's Quest 6, some of those islands were probably pretty unpleasant.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, Crimson Diamond. And besides Police Quest 2, which is the worst?
Probably one of the Space Quests.
Probably one of the
Probably
Space
Space Quest 6. I
Yeah,
can't think of a single place in Space Quest 6 that I bet smelled nice.
which is fun.
Space Quest 1 starts in like that garbage area.
That's
Well,
true.
I
my
mean,
God.
Whoa.
in Space Quest 1. Well, no, Space Quest 1 starts in the spaceship where Roger Wilco works. You're thinking of Space Quest 3 that starts in a
3
in an
starts in
actual
the garbage.
scrapyard.
Yeah.
But that's a scrapyard. It doesn't have a lot of organic stuff in it.
It's true.
But still wouldn't smell great. I think 6, which is funny because 6 actually stinks.
Aw.
But it's true though.
If you don't know how I feel about Space Quest 6, I have a whole rant about it. You can go listen.
It was the first on-screen appearance of Whiskey Matt.
Yep, didn't like it. So yeah, I agree. Also, Nat never meant to hurt your feelings with the previous question, Luke. Much appreciation and
question was
respect.
that?
And your joke about the penguin ingesting seal semen was excellent.
Thank you.
You want to know the question?
I don't remember what the question was. I don't think I was genuinely offended. I might have pretended to be because it's funny.
Alex seems to have a limitless supply of animal facts. Would you consider doing a series of animal fact cards with Matt and Julia illustrating and Luke providing the soothing voice of the narrator via cassette tape?
Right. To be the voice guy on the card set.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Would Luke serve as the cartoon mascot of the series? Would they be on those giant 4x6 cards?
Honestly, if we were actually going to do something, I would probably end up being the fucking producer. Because it's literally my job. But, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next. Oh, it's a question for me. Matt talks about the youth. Matt, I've heard the youngsters in my neighborhood using the term 4B. What does it mean? Is it information superhighway shorthand for Furby? Okay. Do we want to get into this?
Is it number
guess we
4B or
have to.
FORB or how is it spelled?
This is a mailbag episode. We're honor bound to answer the questions that are sent to us.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now. I know what 4B means on the pulse of globally.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's specifically what the youngsters in your neighborhood were talking about.
Is 4B like 2B's younger sister?
No. 4B is actually a movement that started in Korea. Yeah. Basically, it is it's a protest movement that boycotts men.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically
Clearly something worth boycotting recently. So,
yeah,
that's fair.
I'm on board.
The reason it's kind of gotten so it's like, Korea has its own cultural situation over there, and I don't want to.
It does.
I'm not
It's another
Korean.
culture.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but there was a whole situation where feminine, like their misogyny is a huge situation over there. So the 4B movement is basically like, yeah, we're just not gonna date. We're not gonna do any of that. We're just gonna go and do whatever we want. We're gonna and I think, by the way, that's great. So it's recently got some push in the US for obvious reasons.
Why is it called 4B?
Why is it called 4B? That's a great question. It's named after the Korean prefix B or no.
Huh.
So it is asked to follow like 4 rules: no marriage, no dating, no sex, and no childbearing under any circumstances. As long as it's heterosexual. Nope, no thanks. So yeah, it's from what I understand, it's like it is a movement, but it's like it's fairly niche, but it's also like, it's one of those things. So anyway, it's gotten some play in the US recently.
I bet.
But honestly, and based on this question from Nat, which was actually posted 2 hours before we recorded this, I'm guessing it is a very reactionary thing to what has happened that we won't talk about in the United States right now. I think it is, when it's become very clear that the male population is not interested in anything that any of your freedoms or your life, maybe you shut it down. So I kind of get it. Kind of understand.
I respect that.
Anyway, that's what I'm guessing that's what it means. So Matt talks about youth. There we go. Bam.
Matt addresses the youth.
Finger on the pulse. It does not stand for
Well
Furby.
done.
Sorry. Thank you.
No, I learned a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Me too. New information for me.
Frequenzo 5545 says, I like these videos. Too bad you guys don't seem to interact much with the comments over here.
We do.
We do. We just do
We
it
just
in the
don't
videos.
do it in the way that YouTube prefers. Yes, indeed. Every 4th episode, we do a mailbag where we respond to most, if not all, comments that we have received.
And I know you posted that
on the episodes, on the recent episodes. Sometimes people will comment on old episodes. Like there's somebody who has recently been commenting on episodes of Colonel's Bequest, the original, that we have not responded to. And I might go back and just type up some responses to those because we're not going to go all the way back to those for mailbag episodes. But if you do respond during sort of the 2 weeks post-airing of any given episode, you will get a response for sure.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
So-
You can also
Welcome
hit us up
to
on
the
Discord
community.
if you've got a...
Absolutely.
In fact, I think we got a Discord question for Gloria on here that I wanted to address.
Oh, fantastic. Bring it on.
But
Let's get a good old school...
I can't fucking find it. Oh, I found it.
Oh, no. It was probably in the Questions for Glory channel. Just, put that out there.
Yeah, another Nat one.
There you go.
Okay, this is actually about Julia micro-portioning her candy.
Of course.
Since I have no
Julia
idea where to post this
microdosing on peanut M&Ms.
other than on the channel to be discussed currently, I'll just drop it here. Julia micro-portioning her candy sounds like a Seinfeld subplot. What would the other storylines be in this episode, substituting the NPCs for the characters?
Does that mean that we need to first decide on what character is who?
Yeah, I mean, I guess,
I don't know that I want to be any of those people.
The characters, not the actors.
Okay, well, listen, micro-portioning candy is a very... I don't know, that seems like a George thing to do. This is why we need Andrew.
It does kind of,
Andrew
yeah.
was the Seinfeld guy. I don't know. Well, I guess I could be George and really, really insist that if you don't give treats, you deserve to be tricked, and it would cause a real rift.
Oh, I thought the micro-portion candy had to do with the fact that I ate 2 to 3 M&Ms at a sitting, and I had one actually today during recording.
It would be that. It would be.
No, that is it for sure.
That is it. But it would be a Halloween episode, right?
I see. Okay.
So we would do that, right? Where there'd be that. Because
You sort of have the Halloween through line, but the A plot is like Halloween traditions, and then like the B plot is Julia micro-portioning, and us,
and everybody being like, how are you even doing that? Why are you even doing that?
And me buying a 345 gram bag and putting it all in like one sitting.
Yeah. Luke, you're the Jerry.
Yeah, probably.
You're the Jerry. I'll be George. Julia, you just have to be Elaine here. I'm sorry, that's okay. That's just how this works.
It's okay.
And
I don't mind. That's actually probably the nicest thing you could have said.
and I guess that makes Alex Kramer.
I don't know that I'm zany enough to be Kramer.
You're not.
Okay, well, I feel like the whole endophallus thing was kind of a Kramerish thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, incidentally, this is probably more a topic for next horror month when we circle back around to it. But for anyone who's not on Discord and who did watch that recent episode, that girl on Hinge unmatched with me immediately. I mentioned that on Discord and several people offered their condolences. I was not sad about that. That was a test and she failed. You know, that's...
It's like I said. I think you dodged a bee endophallus with that one.
If you
It's your aggressive filtering, which that's your total thing. If that's what you want to do, then absolutely, and then it worked for you. In fact,
there's no sense sifting through the maybe pile with this stuff, right? Like,
no, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time on the maybes. Also, like, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, if you are just watching the Crimson Diamond, and you're like, what the fuck? Go check
Please
out.
refer to episode 6 of Phantasmagoria: A Puzzle of Flesh.
Yeah.
A brief summary, a girl on Hinge, one of her prompt answers, you only get 3, was that she was a real nerd about bees, and I proved in just several lines of dialogue that she was not.
Well, it's not that she's not. I don't think that's being fair to her.
Nope, I shared the most interesting thing there is to know about bees.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. But at the same time, like, I'm coming at this from the woman's perspective, and like, yeah, fair enough. Like, she's not the type of woman who is gonna come reply to your endophallus response positively. Then she's not for you, and that's absolutely the case, you know. But like, for me, if I had put I like bee facts on my thing, and so, you know, I did a cute bee fact, and the other person responded with like this like apocalyptic bee fact that is just like
bees
really
literally blow their dicks off.
Yeah, like, I would think it was kind of obnoxious, to be honest with you. But that being said, like I said, like, that's not the kind of person you're looking for who thinks that's obnoxious. You're looking for the person who thinks it's, like, you know, a cute or funny or hilarious response. So.
According to her profile,
you did the job well.
According to her profile, bees are 30% of her personality.
Well, that's just a side effect of how this thing is set up. I don't believe that. But no, she did come in strong with that. Like, I don't know what people usually do then. What do people usually put for the 3 things?
Well, there's a huge variety of prompts, things that they're interested in, places they want to go, things that they like to do.
And do you kind of zero in on, like, the people who have animal facts as one of their 3, or what?
No, I sort of will try to respond to a prompt rather than just liking an image. There's an asymmetry to it where, generally speaking, I don't know if this is for all men on dating apps, but someone will just like one of my photos and leave no comment, is sort of how that goes. But people don't like it when you do that in return because it reads as shallow. Also, like, if I don't have something to say to someone, I don't say anything. I just swipe no on their profile. But if they have something that is a conversational prompt that I have an answer to, then I'll leave a comment on something that they said. And when I learned that every male bee dies in the act of copulation by firing its endophallus like an Apian RPG and sort of one shot dying, falling to the ground lifeless. When I learned about that, many people in my life had to learn about that in the next 24 hours just by virtue of having known me. Unprompted. I would tell random people about that, right? So that's just honestly the sort of person that I am. And this person's going to meet me eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Or like in an ideal scenario, they would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Better to get that out of the way now.
Also, like, the endophallus comment is what she matched with, right?
Yep.
I sent a comment about the exploding endophallus. That got me the match. Hey, how's your week doesn't get you a match.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no. Oh, I don't understand how this works. Okay, wait. So I thought she had a bee fact that she gave you, and then you responded with that other bee fact, and then she unmatched you. I thought that was what happened.
Well, maybe I gave the order of operations on it wrong last time. So it is unmatched now, so I can't double check. I believe how it went was my response was, tell me about bee facts.
Mm-hmm.
And I paired, like, she said she's a real nerd about bees. So I said, hit me with some bee facts. And then I recently learned, and then exploding endophallus explanation. So she replied with a list of bee facts, and then I responded with some more bee facts, and then she unmatched because it was getting all too bee heavy.
Okay, so she didn't
Oh.
unmatch you after endophallus.
The endophallus is what brought her to you.
Okay. Okay.
I can no longer double check. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. Although I do recall
I feel
on
like
the episode,
we blogged it while we were playing. So.
Yeah.
yes, but I think I may have given the order of operations wrong on the episode.
Okay.
Oh.
Sadly, now she has officially unmatched. But anyway, she did not want to talk about bees all that much in the end.
Well, I guess it wasn't meant to.
Oh no.
To the people who express condolences on Discord, I appreciate that. But honestly, this was like a person that I like. If you can't think of anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Like that was the most I could think of to say was, here is a fact about bees and how they explode.
Yeah. So there you go. There you go. That was a thing. Oh hey, we got a question from our girl Spivey. Yeah. Doing the Spivey dance. I don't know what the Spivey dance is.
It's an audio medium, so
I what I did is I pointed my two fingers together like I'm pointing like a gun, and I bent one arm over my head so it's pointing over my head, and I pointed the other arm up to the sky like I'm pointing, like I'm double shooting something off to the side, and then I repeated that motion but mirrored it on the other side, and I did it multiple times while looking in the direction where I was shooting.
It was like a gun kata from Equilibrium.
Yeah, that's my Spivey dance.
That's what we call the Spivey dance here at Level 0.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if she will approve. Questions for...
We'll find out soon enough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Question for what are we calling it? What are we calling it?
Crimson questions.
I think is what we eventually
Crimson queries? Crimson
questions, I think.
Crimson dilemmas?
Crimson questions.
Crimson questions. All right. Spivey says, anyway, I'm not a fan. Starting the question with anyway. Anyway, I'm not a fan of AI either, and I'm pretty tired of clueless AI recaps. I would love to hear your best clueless AI recap of Crimson Diamond and some other games you've played on the channel. What is an AI recap? What is that?
Yeah, what is a clueless AI recap? Is that when you just ask ChatGPT to
do stuff?
Summarize a video game?
Yeah. It must be, right?
I guess.
I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like we need more context in order to respond to this question accurately.
I'm not sure I can say that I have my finger on the pulse of society if I don't know what this is.
I actively
you knew what 4B
avoid
was.
AI related bullshit. So.
Yeah, me too.
Recently, Google searches have been giving me an AI summary as the top result,
yes.
and it irritates me because I was already going to have to fact check the things that I was going to click on. So an AI generated summary of the thing that I was going to have to verify anyway is the least helpful thing it could offer me
It's
as the top
obnoxious.
result.
Yeah, no one asked for that.
That's why I left Google and now use DuckDuckGo.
Jesus Christ.
I should have DuckDuckWent.
It's not too late to DuckDuckGo.
You gotta DuckDuckGo instead of Googling. Because, like, if search is going to offer bullshit that it made up as the primary response to anything that you search for, no, I'm not having that in my search engine anymore.
You're right. I might start to DuckDuckGo.
You should DuckDuckGo. Once you've DuckDuckWent for a while, you don't miss Google at all. Once you've DuckDuckGone for a while.
Once you've DuckDuckGone for a while, yes.
I can't get AI to answer any question about the Crimson Diamond.
Good. That's fantastic. Don't even tell
The
them about
less
it.
it knows, the better.
It's like the Eye of Sauron is being turned on the game now because you've just tried to do that.
Oh, that reminds me, guys. I almost forgot. I almost fucking forgot.
Oh, what's our password for the day?
Oh,
For the week.
we almost forgot the password.
Speaking of fucking AI generated bullshit. That might not actually be AI generated, but may as well be for all the fucking good it
It's
does.
the best insult you could ever give.
Yeah. This may as well have been AI generated. It is that level of quality.
Why? I didn't get an email. Did you get an email?
I will
Alex?
double check.
Are they closed for the Remembrance Day weekend?
I was in the speakeasy this Monday.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
Oh yeah, how was the bartending thing?
The cocktails were pretty revolting.
I love that they were.
I don't drink, and I still didn't. I took the tiniest little taste of each one just because the people I was sitting with, their description was so baffling. So I just had like the tiniest sip of each one of mine, and one of them smelled and tasted pretty much like apple cider vinegar, but didn't contain apple cider vinegar, for instance.
Oof.
So that's
mysterious.
Yeah, that's a true failure. I made a joke that because I wasn't drinking mine, I just sort of took a sip of my friend's who was there with me, and so mine was up for grabs. And of the 8, there was a couple that no one would drink. No one wanted a second one. And I joked that we should put them all in a mason jar. And just all the ones that no one would drink would all go together, and we would find out if that became a better drink by the end of the night. I also thought it was incredible because like that's the truest failure of a mixologist is to know that not only did yours lose, but it is in the swill jar with the other castaways.
I got it. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, I can't find the email either.
I found it.
Oh, I'm on the wrong account. That's why.
I found it.
I got it.
Are you ready?
You ready?
Patience is just the act of concealing your impatience.
That's not fucking true.
What? No, not even a little bit.
No, that's bad advice and untrue.
Yeah.
It's all
That's
lies.
just the premise of that is that nobody is capable of patience.
I am smiling with my eyebrows raised and nodding because that's how much I love that. Patience is just the act of concealing your impatience.
That angers me.
Yeah.
That angers me a great deal. Patience is a virtue, and it has to be carefully cultivated, and it does not come naturally.
It's not about concealing.
No. Yeah. Calm is not concealing your fucking anger. It is its own thing.
Yeah, this is.
That's the worst one. That's the worst one yet.
What do you guys think?
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just upsetting us. It's not even funny.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's just not right. It's just straight up wrong. Like I can muddle my way through and justify the future is just a series of nows. Right? That's
there are grammatical complaints to be made there.
This is like next week's password is going to be the Earth is the 4th planet from the sun.
Ooh. Daring.
It might be if the moon counts.
Doesn't.
Moon doesn't count.
Though.
No.
See, that's the thing. That'd be like someone would say that, right? And then
Also, like
there's.
Are they talking about like the anti-Earth that's on the other side of the sun?
The other planets have
Planet
moons.
X.
Yeah.
The
Pluto
our moon is
isn't
bigger
even
than
a fucking planet anymore. Like
The reason I mentioned is the moon meets many of the definitions for a planet and is bigger than some of the dwarf planets. But I don't know how you could constitute it as being closer to the sun than the Earth because they orbit one another. That's one of the reasons it could maybe be considered sort of a planet, is that the Earth orbits the moon by a certain extent. Like the moon has an effect on our own orbit and yada yada.
Our orbit, our gravity or whatever. But
it also, like, we are a planet because we've cleared our orbital path, but we did it using the moon as a battering ram. Yeah. Anyway, but no, we're probably not the fourth planet from the sun.
Yeah.
If you go to Google and type Crimson Diamond recap, you do get a little blurb.
It's good. I'm sure.
Are you ready?
And I'm sure it's cannibalized from everything I've ever written about it on the internet. So this is Julia's stolen words we're about to hear. So let's go.
That is literally how games journalism works now. You provide marketing copy. That marketing copy is copy and pasted into a website, and that is all of the journalism that you get about your video game most of the time.
Yeah, but then that's a benefit to me, at least. This isn't.
Just copying and pasting shit that you've written?
Yeah. Like if they're going to put it in their article about, here's this game that I played, and people who read this site, maybe you play that too. Like the Google results doing nothing.
Sure. Oh yeah, Google result, absolutely. Let's have it, Matt. Let's go.
All right. Our main character, Nancy Maple, is a Canadian mineralogy student in the 1920s.
It's already wrong.
Sent to investigate the discovery of an enormous diamond at a secluded lodge in an Ontario ghost town. She quickly discovers that she has landed among a group of shady characters with conflicting motives. That's it. That's it. That's the blurb. That's the recap.
I mean, it's decent, it's fine, but like, what is it for? Like, you could just go to my Steam page and just read something kind of like that.
Yeah,
that one I think was pulled from a Reddit post.
Okay, so pulled from a Reddit post. Yeah, I mean, just like, you don't need to generate that because it already exists. You know,
that's the whole point of the Google like answers thing, is they just want people to stay on the Google site. Just get like the most surface level answer possible for the thing that they Googled, so that they don't have to go to a third website.
I'm gonna get DuckDuckGo right now.
You don't need to get it. It's just a website.
You don't need
the spelling of.
It's gonna be my homepage now. It's gonna be my homepage.
Yeah, there you go.
The spelling of mineralogy throws me. Normally have a strong sense of like smelling and etymological roots and stuff like that, but I always think it's got an O, mineralogy.
Yeah,
it's about minerals, so of course it's mineralogy. But
yeah, mineralogy.
Mineralogy.
It's the logy of mineral.
Hey everybody, leave us your goddamn questions. Where's the Hundo P? Where's the Hundo P watch?
Yeah, where is the Hundo P watch?
I really need you guys to spread Hundo P far and wide.
Again, that's not a watch. That's more of a militia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go.
Sure is.
There you go. I got to it eventually.
Also, where's Landon? Right?
Hasn't been around recently.
Yeah, I haven't heard from that guy in a while.
Yeah, right?
There are members of the viewership that have disappeared over time.
They come and they go.
We could turn that around on them. Like, we could ask them a Crimson question. Where y'all been? Where y'all?
Yeah,
what's happened to you?
Viewers of the past who are watching this.
Yeah.
Where have you been? Why aren't you?
Where'd you go?
Why haven't you joined our Discord?
Where have you gone?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Where did you come from? Hold on. No, there's nobody.
Joe.
I got nothing. There's nobody on here.
I'm like that as a viewer. I'll watch a bunch of something and then drop off the face of the earth for a while and come back like years later.
Yeah.
Will you be
I'm
a
very
regular
much that guy.
commenter? Or are you
No.
just a person who it's the consumer?
No,
Yeah,
I
see,
never
that's
comment on
the-
everything as a policy.
I mean, like, I don't either, and that it probably also contributes to the reason why that former. Sorry.
I wasn't shushing you. I was about to say shit, but then I realized you were talking. But it just sounded like I was trying to shush you. So
Yeah,
sorry.
no, it did, really.
My bad. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. No, I don't even remember what I was saying anymore.
You
so
don't comment on things. You
please
don't
go
comment
on.
on things, and that probably contributes to. And then Matt went shh.
Shh. Now.
Right.
Quiet.
Don't talk
'Cause I'm
about
hanging on
how
it.
that
Yeah.
person said
For a moment.
that you don't comment on respond. You don't respond to comments.
It's true.
Yeah.
I missed a fucking question from 12 Op. What the fuck is wrong with me?
No. Let's have it.
God. So
We're still
stupid.
recording.
So stupid.
An hour and a half in.
Right. I continue to really enjoy the gameplay, especially the graphics of the Crimson Diamond.
Graphics.
Anyone recall what the first Sierra game was to use those close-up shots when the characters spoke? Was it King's Quest IV? That's the first one I remember.
It could have been King's Quest IV. In the same time period, you had facial animations in Quest for Glory 2. King's Quest IV, though, I think was... Well, King's Quest IV was right on the cusp of moving to VGA, right? Or
Yeah.
no, that was the SCI 0 to SCI 1 engine swap. Was it? I'm trying to remember. Anyway,
Yeah, they had one like they had two different versions of the EGA one.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was AGI
yeah,
and
two
SCI
different
or something.
EGA versions. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it was a different Sierra game engine, and they made King's Quest 4 on them both for some reason and released them both. So King's Quest 4 is probably the one. Quest for Glory 2 might have. Actually, I think Quest for Glory 1 also had portraits.
But not...
They had some close-ups actually, like close-up views of things.
Was
They
it
had
for
close-up
every
close-ups,
characters?
Yeah. No.
No.
But I don't think it was in King's Quest 4 either.
No.
They didn't have that type of speech portrait stuff.
Right.
Well, there you go.
I don't recall there being any sort of talking heads in Leisure Suit Larry 2. I'm just trying to go through the various games. Police Quest 2 could have. Police Quest 2 did do facial talking heads as well. So it's just a matter of like which game chronologically came first in that era.
Yeah.
And you would have to go back probably to launch dates because they are probably all sort of within the same year or two.
That's true. There you go. See? I don't know if that was an official question for Glory, but we treated it like one. Because that's how we do here. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Totally.
All right, I got to go to bed.
No stones left unturned, no cupboards left unopened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Goddamn right.
Police Quest 2 came out in 1988 in November.
Yeah, I am with Matt. I'm gonna die if I stay awake any longer.
I know you're just trying to answer the question, Luke. I get it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to answer the question.
I get it.
1988 September was King's Quest 4. And Quest for Glory 2, which I misspelled, but they still got it. 1990. Oh, that's quite a few years later, actually. So I'm going to say probably King's Quest 4. But if I was wrong, too bad.
If I was wrong, too bad. That's great.
Sorry to cut you off there, Luke. I mistook your rigor for a different tangent.
I appreciate you answering that. And I'm sure so does 12
appreciate
Op.
me too.
Yeah. Hey everybody, thanks for sticking with us. We gotta end this though. I gotta go to bed.
We have to end this.
We started tired, and we have not made it better by recording until 1 a.m.
No, I gotta get up early tomorrow. Well.
Good luck and have fun at HellCon.
Oh, thank you. I'll take
awesome.
I'll take a picture or two.
Yeah, please.
And yeah. Alex is going to join me on Saturday and Sunday, so we'll take some pictures.
Nice.
If you're in the Halifax area, go to Halcon and visit Matt at his booth, and possibly Alex, depending on when you're there.
I will be
What's
there.
What's the name of your booth?
Maelstrom Makers. Maelstrom
Makers.
There you go. Come join us.
Go see some 3D printed figurines.
I also have some of my 2D art there. I don't know if
2D art
some of you might not know this, but I draw and sculpt.
Matt is an
digitally.
award-winning artist.
Ooh, what awards? That's so cool.
What award? What was it? Some fucking award. I don't know. It wasn't an important
Stick
one.
and stay, everybody.
Oh my gosh, stick and stay. No, you're awesome. You're awesome.
Stick and
you don't
stay.
need an award to be awesome.
But
You're
I
awesome.
do have one. I just, I don't remember where it's from. Yeah.
That's fine.
Anyway. Hey,
Find yourselves a tomorrow.
we're still into you.
Wow.
Weird hesitation. Weird pause there.
Well, I was trying to bring it back. I don't want to be as creepy as usual, but it ended up being really much worse.
Yeah.
It's really
Might have been
dismissive.
worse. Yeah.
You're on the
Far
fence
worse.
about it now.
We're still into you.
It's the beginning of the end.
That was like, I don't, it's not that I don't love your mother. It's that we're just not in love anymore.
I'll always
Have
love your
yourselves
mother.
a future.
Find yourselves a tomorrow. Have yourselves a future.
Stay sticky, everybody.
Yeah, stay sticky. Yeah.
We'll
Oh no.
leave your questions. We got 3 episodes of gameplay. I'll go back to all 3. I swear to God, just leave some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Leave. You know what?
Leave things.
Leave questions on this video that we will answer for the next mailbag. For God's sake.
Yeah, because the one that had no comments on it was very, very upsetting.
We.
I don't know about that.
No, okay, it wasn't.
I wanna remove one of my little spine thingies. What do you call it? Vertebrae?
When you're vertebrae?
Yeah, I want to remove one of those every time I see 0
Why
comments.
do you want to do that? I see.
Yeah, no comments.
Just as a punishment to yourself.
to myself for being bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For not being good enough for comments.
Yeah.
You'd get real Danny DeVito after a while.
I get real dead. That's for sure.
Or really flexible.
Yeah. I know. There's a lot of important stuff in those vertebrae. You can't just take those out.
I was presuming that you would live, but that's not a safe presumption.
No, it's not.
Me too.
There's all kinds of like little holes for your like veins and nerves and shit. You can't just.
Can't just pop them out like bionicle
Can't
parts.
just
No.
take scissors and remove a section.
Maybe it's fine. You don't know. Maybe
There's
they
probably-
replace those suckers all the time. And people like a hip
Yeah.
replacement.
I'm not a doctor.
I bet that there is a surgical procedure that allows
sure.
that.
Sure. But I'm not a doctor.
Probably not.
So, anyway.
No.
As I was saying.
Don't do that.
Leave your comments. We love you.
Keep your vertebrae inside your bodies to the best of your ability.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week.
Hashtag not a doctor.
Hashtag not a doctor. And we'll see you next week.
Yay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, I love you, bye.
Bye.